Picture a mammal colony run almost exactly like an ant colony. One queen, a strict hierarchy, and subordinates who are biologically capable of having families of their own and are stopped from ever doing it. That's not a metaphor, it's daily life for naked mole rats, one of the strangest and, frankly, one of the most brutal social structures in the entire animal kingdom. A typical colony holds somewhere between 60 and 80 individuals, all living in a connected tunnel system dug entirely by the colony itself. Almost everyone in that colony has a job. Some dig and maintain tunnels, some forage for food. Larger individuals tend to specialize as defenders, soldiers essentially, first to respond if a predator breaks into the burrow. Others act as full-time caretakers for pups that usually aren't even their own offspring. And at the center of it all, one queen. The queen isn't just socially dominant, she's physically different. With each pregnancy, the space between her vertebrae actually grows, making her body longer than any other colony members. She enforces her position through something researchers literally call shoving. Repeated, forceful head-to-head pushes, sometimes backed up with biting, usually aimed at the largest or most senior non-breeding females in the colony. That dominance isn't just behavioral either. Subordinate mole rats, despite being biologically capable of reproducing, show measurably suppressed reproductive hormones for as long as the queen is alive and present. Only she and 1 to 3 breeding males actually reproduce. Everyone else, dozens of adult mole rats, spends their entire life working for a family that, biologically, isn't fully theirs to start. Here's where brutal stops being an exaggeration. When a queen dies, and in the wild or captivity, it can happen suddenly and violently, the suppression she enforced lifts almost immediately. Multiple females who were biologically ready to breed all along suddenly compete for the position at once. Actual fighting breaks out. Sometimes it escalates enough that colony members die in the process. Eventually, one female wins out, and her body begins physically changing into a new queen. Vertebrae lengthening, hormones shifting, while the rest of the colony falls back in line beneath her. Worth knowing, that violent version isn't the only path. Researchers have also documented rarer cases where succession happens peacefully, several daughters breeding in turn without any fighting at all. It's just not the norm. Outside the social drama, naked mole rats are also just biologically strange. For a rodent their size, they should live maybe 3 or 4 years. Instead, they can live up to 30. They're also remarkably resistant to cancer, linked to a unique molecule in their tissue that seems to stop out-of-control cell growth before it can take hold. And they can survive up to 18 minutes with essentially no oxygen at all, by switching their metabolism to run on fructose, the same basic strategy plants use, not something any other mammal does. A naked mole rat colony is, at once, one of the most cooperative societies in the animal kingdom, and one of the most rigidly, sometimes violently controlled. Everyone has a role. Almost nobody gets to choose it, and the whole system runs on a single individual whose death can throw the entire colony into chaos. It's a genuinely strange way for a mammal to live, and one more reminder that social doesn't always mean gentle. That's your OHpedia for today. If this made you go, "Huh, I never knew that," share it with someone whose brain you like.